Welcome back, Pre-K. Today we're going to strengthen those math muscles by measuring and comparing. When you measure something, you're finding how tall something is, how heavy it might feel, and how wide it is. But today we're going to focus on how tall something is. Most people will use a ruler or a tape measure to measure things. This is a tape measure, and it has some numbers, 1, 2, 3, so you know how many inches and how many feet. But let's pretend we don't have rulers. What do? Follow along. I have two treasure chests. They could be pirate treasure chests. We don't know. Which one do you think would be more fun to measure? The small one or the big one? Say it out loud. I agree. The big one would be more fun to measure. So let's say I don't have a ruler. I'm going to choose something to measure with. I'm going to choose my hands because they're the exact same size I just measured. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at one end. This is how long it is actually. And I'm going to put my hand here. And then I'm going to put the next, say 1, 2, 3. Notice how I'm making sure that they're touching so that there's no space in between. That lets me know that it's definitely a correct measurement. 3, 4, 5, 6, a little bit over 6. A little bit over 6 hands of Miss Jessa's is how long this chest is. Maybe I want to use something other than my body. Maybe if I have a lot of something, like markers, I could use that. So I might say my treasure chest is 1, 2, So make sure I'm making sure they touch. 1, 2, don't roll away. 3, and notice that I'm using the same thing, right? These are the same size but different colors. I wouldn't use this one because are these the same? No, this one is taller than that one, so they're not the same, so I can't use it to measure with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What comes next? Help me out. 6. I need your help. Call it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I know that my treasure chest is 7 markers long. There's so many other ways you can measure it with. This was fun, but you know what would be more fun? Measuring something that's even bigger than me, because I'm pretty sure this chest isn't bigger than me. Should I try out? Let's see. Yep, I am definitely longer than this chest. So, let's get started. Now that we've practiced measuring using different tools, we've learned you can measure with a tape measure, right? You can measure with a ruler. You can measure with your hands. You can measure with markers, as long as they're all the same. We are ready to hear what we're going to be measuring today. Can you guess? I hear some ideas. We're going to be measuring an animal of your choice. It can be bigger than you. It can be smaller. It's up to you. You get to choose, but it's more fun if it's bigger than you. You might be asking yourself, but Miss Tressa, I don't have animals running around my house. I don't have a lion, a tiger, or a bear, oh my, in my house. How am I going to measure? Well, you're going to do some research. Research means you're going to find information. That means you don't have information yet and you want to find something out. So we're going to find out how tall the animal that you would like to measure. Doing so, we can research in books. We can research on the computer. We can research with Siri. Siri, thank you. Siri, how tall is a beluga whale?
I found this on the web.
So there are some things on the web that you can choose. I personally like National Geographic Kids, that website. This website allows you to research animals. I go to animals, and I'm going to go to fish. And it gives you so much information on all different types. Whoa. Of cool animals that you know exist, or maybe you didn't even know exist. That's a pufferfish. Super cool. Wow. So have fun exploring and finding out how tall or how long the animal of your choice is. Whoa, those are some teeth. I do love. For my animal, I decided to choose the beluga whale. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea. I chose this animal because I didn't know a lot about this animal other than that they are larger than me and they look so cute. It looks like they are smiling all of the time. I did some research on them and I found out that they like to eat shrimp and crab and foods that I like to eat too. They hunt for in the ocean. I also learned that they are 15 feet long. Can you believe it? Definitely bigger than me, but I wonder how much taller they are than I am. Using my ruler, I found out that most books are actually 1 foot long. So I use that as my unit of measurement. So I have the things I need. I have the book that I know is 1 foot long, and remember, I need to do 15 feet for a beluga whale. And I have something to mark the beginning and the end. So this might be like the head of the whale, and this might be the tail of the whale. All right? So I'm gonna put this as the tail, and I'm gonna put this here on the other side, and I'm gonna start counting. All right, 15 feet. Can you please help me? This is a lot of counting. 1 foot, or 1 book. And notice I put my finger there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's another living thing. 9, 10. Oh my gosh. 11, 12. Almost there. 13, 14, 15. Whoa. That's a long walk. I'm gonna get my marker so I can mark the head of the beluga whale right here. Whoa. This is how long a beluga whale is. And Zach, if you'll follow me, I'm gonna put my feet by the tail of the beluga whale. And I'm gonna lay down so you can see how much bigger a beluga whale is than me. Just so you compare, since we just measured, now we're gonna compare. This is how tall I am compared to a beluga whale. Can you believe it? One mistake I noticed though is my toes are not at the very end of the shoe. So I switched that up for the next picture, but that's how tall I am compared to a beluga whale. And I love this picture. They're very friendly animals. And just for fun, I decided to do another living thing. I chose a very tall basketball player who is 7 feet tall, and I compared how tall I am to him. His name is Shaquille O'Neal. And I couldn't help myself. I had to choose another of one of my favorite animals. I chose to compare myself to how tall a horse is. And I found out they seem much bigger, but in terms of how tall they are, we're kind of, well, no, they're much taller than I am, about 6 feet tall. All right, pre-K, now it's your turn. I would love for you to send pictures of the animal that you chose and to see how much taller it is than you. Happy measuring. Bye.